Hey everybody, welcome back to Monthly Modules. It's our new installment, episode 5, where we're going to be playing Tianxia, Blood, Silk, and Jade tonight. Asian kind of themed Fate system role-playing game. Just like last time, Tets is going to be running us through this Fate-based system as well. So he is the GM. I'll let him get things started.
All right. Well, yeah, it's Tianxia. This module is called 12 Golden Butchers. This is a wushu kung fu movie themed setting for the game. So yeah, each one of you guys should have major characters already. You guys have your martial art everything. So whoever wants to start, if you'll just introduce your character, introduce how he knows Sifu Lacey, and you'll be receiving a letter from the Sifu, and so let us know what you were doing when you received that letter.
Why don't you go first, Mel?
All right, I'm playing Shin. He's missing his left eye. He's got long black hair, normal martial artist. He was found by a baby.
Found by a baby?
Found as a baby.
I was like,
orphaned and raised by a smith who we apparently the Sifu Lee's brother. And trouble seems drawn to him, perhaps due to the demon's blood that runs in his veins. He enjoys fighting and making money, and that led him to become a wandering bounty hunter. So he probably just got back from completing a bounty. He's knows the Ghost Dragon style with a little bit of Ghost Phoenix.
all right, what about you, Meta?
All right, I am playing Wu Weishu, who is a lighthearted man with a sense of curiosity and a love to explore, two traits that sometimes land him in trouble with those who prefer less nosy individuals. Of which he would agree with, as causing trouble or being in it is far from what he likes to do. Currently, he is actually attempting to find Sifu, since Wu's original master was a friend to the man, and he's doing so in hopes of possibly learning and expanding on the style he knows by incorporating what Sifu knows.
All right. I'm going to... Oh, my God. I'm going to keep mine pretty short because I don't really have anything written out. I'll basically just go through the aspects. Also, last-minute character for the win, so I'm playing Reiji of the Iron Crane.
You horrible man.
You're in the wrong
Laziest.
setting.
I thought we were playing L5R, like a Winter Court 4 sequel. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm
That sort of understands now. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, not Dadoji, but just Reiji of the Iron Crane. Coincidentally, wears robes of blue and silver. Fairly handsome, has icy blue eyes, long silver hair that he keeps braided up. Fairly charismatic when he wants to be, though he can often kind of be rather forlorn. Explaining his trouble aspect, you would know why. It's because he's haunted by the ghost of his murdered fiancée, who was killed by her bodyguard, another noble woman. His high concept is that he is the honorable governor, gentry, and general at South Sea Market Village. So, born into nobility, he has just taken over the governorship of South Sea Market Village. He's been the governor for about a year now. Another aspect that kind of explains a little bit about his personality is honor is stronger than steel. So a very honorable person. Tends to let the kind of rigid code guide his life. Looks can be deceiving. He looks kind of thin and almost woman-ish, but is, as an Iron Crane, very tough and both mentally and physically, and makes 20 friends for every enemy, so a very charismatic person when he wants to be. So, he was... the Sifu basically traveled to his village when he was a boy and stayed for a month consorting with other Sifu of the iron and the crane styles, and he got a little bit of training from him, and now has received this letter, and we're going to see what happens. So let Tets take it away from here.
Alrighty. If you want to check in your journal tab in...
It just popped up for me. Yep.
Oh, it did just pop up? Oh, cool.
Let's blow
I wasn't
this
quite
up
sure if it was going to or
so
not.
people can read it.
Yeah. So, you each received a letter. Dear fellow brother of the Jianghu. Sorry, real fast, cutting into this. The Jianghu is kind of the brotherhood of martial artists in this game's story realm. Call it. Essentially, just think brotherhood of martial arts whenever you see Jianghu. Dear fellow brother of the Jianghu, I hope this message finds you well and entreat you to consider the request contained within. There's a powerful artifact in my possession that I wish to see properly dealt with. This object is of considerable value, but it also carries a dark destiny. I have shepherded this item for some years, but it has recently become clear to me that it is no longer safe for me to keep. I have come to the difficult conclusion that I must pass this responsibility on, and after much consideration, I realize you are the best candidate to take up this responsibility. If you are agreeable to at least discussing this matter, please find me at my Two Thunders Academy in Red Jade Center. With respect, Lacey.
Very interesting.
All right, for my village, I'll prepare for the trip. Find someone suitable to leave the village in good hands with, and make my way off.
Yep, I'm gonna just pack up what little I got, throw it over my shoulder, and head on out.
Same with me.
So, the three of you are able to find Red Jade Center easily enough. Across your travels, it's in a fairly prosperous settlement near the mountains in western Jiangsu. And as you guys traveled, you eventually kind of met up, which isn't all that uncommon because the city is right off of the Jade Road, which is a very large, well-traveled road that runs throughout the country. Red Jade Center intersects with this road, is one of the major jade producers that the road has been able to get its name from. In this case, Red Jade, believe it or not. So you're able to reach Red Jade Center easily. There's nothing of note. The place is not particularly large when you get there, nor is it very populated. Not really much of anything. The whole town is fairly unremarkable, indistinguishable from the dozens of mining settlements across the Jade Road. There's only one main road through the town, and that's the one you came in on. Side streets and alleys of various size stretch out on both sides, bordered by various shacks, shops, and the occasional inn. Three buildings of note, however, do catch your attention. The first is a large tea house and inn near the center of town. A well-worn but skillfully crafted sign indicates this as the Lucky Badger. Off to the north, beyond the main village, you can see a large compound on top of a nearby plateau. Can't quite discern its purpose from down where you are, but its walls and position suggest that it's very well defended. This isn't so much of a building as much as it's the remains of one. At the far end of this street, there's a burned-out skeleton of a temple, a shrine, school, something similar, something along those lines.
So we've been traveling together already?
Yes, you guys did meet up at some point along the Jade Road.
So I assume we all know that we're looking for the like, we all have the same goal, or
Yeah, I would
is
say.
that something we would have talked about, you think?
I would think they would, it would probably come up with anything.
Right.
It would come up with me, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would probably come with me. So
All right. So we're basically already, like, in an accord to go, like, look for it together, probably.
yeah,
You all realized that you guys have been given the same letter, and when
Right.
you realized that it said, I realize you are the best candidate to take up this responsibility, and then it's like, wait, what? He said that to you too? Ah, the old man.
Perhaps another lesson.
Well, we could check at the inn and see if, and for further directions.
Yeah, let's
I
go
agree.
ahead.
Let's go to the inn.
Okay. As you go into the inn, you are greeted by Pal Tan, the cheerful innkeeper of the Lucky Badger. He cheerfully greets you. There's a few tables taken up by some of the local townspeople, but it's fairly quiet for this time of day, or because of this time of day. There's a few people eating and drinking and kind of chatting, but it's not high volume that it's designed to be able to receive.
Well,
Some tea, please, if you do not mind, for me and my friends here.
He nods, and very shortly, a woman walks up to you. It's very clear that she is the hostess of the Lucky Badger, and she brings you all your tea. What can I do for you guys? You guys just coming off the road, huh?
Yeah,
Planning
we've been traveling for a while, so it was nice to get our legs off the ground, so to speak.
Indeed.
Planning on staying for a little while here in our small village, or just stopping as you go on through?
that remains to be seen.
Yeah, we're all meeting with our mutual Sifu.
Sifu, and she just kind of not turns dour necessarily, but there's kind of a shift in her face of kind of wariness.
Is something amiss?
Perhaps you can
No.
direct us to his establishment, the Two Thunders Academy.
At the mention of the Two Thunders Academy, she just kind of goes quiet and shuffles off into the back room. A couple of the other patrons who hear that kind of, and a couple of them even leave. And a moment later, Palatine comes over and in a quiet voice, "Okay, so what are you here for? Is to see the Twin Thunders Academy?" He just, what business do you have?
Why is everyone so secretive about this?
Yeah.
We were just told to come and find Sifu Lee.
Oh,
You received letters and everything.
yeah.
Did something happen?
And you see he kind of points through the window, and you can see burned down.
Yep.
Yep.
Roll it back.
Repeat that.
He for a few days, not since the school burned down, and you see him point through one of the windows into the burned down building at the end of the street.
So why is everybody really quiet or suddenly not wanting to talk about it? I mean, it's a building that burned down and the master's gone, but
You're
why
not
is
under.
everybody- why is
The 12. I mean,
You're not under any
He
danger,
just-
are you, my friend?
he kind of looks both ways, like kind of looking around, and well, Butcher's doing. And he just kind of like looks at you almost expectingly.
who?
I'll remove the fan and like kind of keep it over my mouth. Bandits of sorts, or
No,
Is there like a? Can I make like a lore check or something?
um,
Like, do we just not know of these guys, or?
I think it's contacts or contacts. Contacts would be the roll to make for it.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay.
0. So I got I know nothing.
Well, what you
Right.
do know, and that you can kind of piece in a little bit of the puzzle, is that despite these Jade mining villages being on paper under the direct protection of the Emperor and the Imperial lines, in practicality, especially these ones that are so far away from the capital, oftentimes they can be more managed by less scrupulous characters and organizations.
Hmm.
You get a feeling that these 12 butchers may be one such organization.
All right.
But never in your experience has anybody had shown this abject fear of such an organization.
Hmm.
Not that you've seen.
So, who is this guy?
The guy you're talking to?
No, the like I meant to say, who are these people? Because Wu doesn't know.
Well, they're essentially the lords of this village, and he kind of like looks up to that where that one encampment was.
Ah.
I frown behind the fan,
So,
then snap it shut.
what exactly happened? Do you know anything about like what happened and why suddenly the schools burned down?
I do not. All I know is that there was an altercation and the school was on fire, and by the time the fire had run its course, really, most of the students had fled, seen hide nor hair, nor even charred corpse of Master Sifu. Sifu.
How
Perhaps
long
we
have
should-
these people been in power?
For a while, he kind of like looks off in the distance.
And
At
things
least a few decades.
How old are you, sir?
I'm in
Forget
my
religious.
going into my getting close to my 4th decade.
Were things better when you were a child?
Yeah, I mean, things were even better before. I mean, things have not quite gotten as bad as they are with it until like the last few years. He just kind of like sits back, and at about that moment, you see a small girl, couldn't be more than 8 years old, kind of sticks her head out from the kitchen, and he kind of shoos her back into the kitchen. Turns back to you guys.
Okay, I'll reach into like my satchel, my traveling satchel, and pull out like a small like bag of candies and hand it to him and say, "Well, I think we're all on the same side here. We just want to find out what happened to our master. If you would be so kind as to keep our presence here on the down low."
I will do what I can.
Don't put yourself in trouble for us, but I mean, what he says is
I
kind of
would-
true.
Well, the butchers have their ways of getting the information that they want. But I will do what I can. I will not.
We
I
don't
will
want to
not
endanger you.
broadcast. I will not broadcast your information, and that's of course the case for anyone who wants to stay at our fine establishment. And as he's kind of like starting to talk about the inn, he kind of starts to pick up a little bit. The color kind of returns to his cheeks a little bit. His voice is a little bit louder, almost trying to sell the idea if somebody was watching that you're just a room at an inn.
So how much are the rooms a night?
He gives you a indiscriminate number of the currency that this world uses, because the GM does not have that specific information on hand.
We pay him properly.
Yes.
But you pay him properly.
He gets
Um,
every single indiscriminate number of currency that you don't know about that he needs.
Yes.
The room that are you guys looking at getting one room or one room for each of you?
I'll look at the rest of the group. Leave it to them.
Well, I mean, we have some money that we got from doing that thing before we got here. So I mean,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
splurge.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he shows you guys to your room upstairs.
So maybe we should probably check out that.
Yeah, I was gonna
Say we
say.
check out the
burned out
academy.
building.
If we
Right.
want to,
Yeah.
best to lure the trouble to us in a place where no one else can get hurt.
I would have to agree, but let's try to stay out of trouble if at all possible. I mean, we're just here to see a man who may or may not be here at the moment.
Sure.
We're not
There's
here
a
to
first
liberate a
time
village.
for everything.
Yes.
All right,
Let's
well,
head down
Let's
to the.
head to the burnt down academy. Do some investigation in.
So as you head over there, it starts to become more and more clear that this was a very intentional fire that had been set. Like almost to the point where there are almost like lines marking as to where the fire had reached out from the academy itself. Beyond that, it's over, so you can see the academy. There is rubble, ruins, a few like standing columns. In some places, like in two of the corners of the building, besides just charring, it looks like it almost would be okay if it wasn't for all of the other, mostly collapsed area that has just been gutted by the fire.
All right.
man, this place
So
really took
if
a
you guys...
You broke up.
So if you guys want to start to investigate, this is what's called a skill challenge in Fate.
Okay.
So
First.
in this case, you guys need to get successes before you get failures. This is essentially what's going to be going on here. Me how you're planning on investigating the area, and I'll tell you what kind of roll to make.
Can you still like create advantages? Do those count towards success or failure? And
you can create an advantage, sure, but it does not count towards the success. You would have to be actually. It's essentially an overcome. That fourth type that we never really used in Mecha versus Kaiju.
yeah, I mean, I can create an advantage using investigation first. Just taking the time to study the place.
Okay.
I don't know what you do that before say what I'm going to do.
5.
Nice. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, because I guess careful study can be the name.
All right, careful study, and there is I think it's.
I have a 3 investigation
Nice.
or investigate. So
All right, well, I'm going to try to hop up on some of the wreckage that's higher up, like the parts of the roof that are still pretty solid, and see if I can get a vantage point from there and just try to see what, like, the extent of everything that this is covering for the whole building instead of just walking around the whole thing.
Okay, so that'll probably be a notice roll then.
Okie dokie.
Nice.
4.
Alrighty. So, from what you can see up above, either died or was gravely wounded here. Even with the fire and the rubble destroying most of the evidence, from your vantage point up top, you can see that there's way too much blood soaked into the wood and the ground to just be nothing.
Just let it loose. That is, wow. Huh. Butchers, they said.
yeah,
Pretty apt.
I will see if there's any other people that happen to be walking by closely. And rather than what Wu was doing and taking 1 point, I'll wander across some of the rubble.
Okay. That will probably be more of an investigate.
Okay. Straight up here. 4DF. -1.
See, lots of rubble, but you... What was that, Mal?
Nothing.
You just mostly see rubble. You don't... There doesn't appear to be anybody really coming anywhere close to the school. They're all kind of giving it a wide berth, almost as if it was some tainted, infectious building that was seeping into their city.
Gotcha.
I will investigate around, I guess, zone 2 and 3. I mean, or
Okay.
I'm kind of looking for a sort, like the source maybe or something.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's an investigate.
Yeah. Where was it? Did we have a TN? Or
Yes, you do. But I have it written down.
Oh, but we don't know it?
I guess it doesn't matter. It's a 3.
Okay.
It's your difficulty check. So yeah,
I will burn
that makes sense.
a thing.
Okay. So that pops you up. So you don't specifically see anything that shows directly what had started the fire. However, as you kind of walk around Zone 2, you see that there's a recently dug grave hidden behind the school. Top of it, possibly as a token of tribute, is a golden medallion embossed with the image of a dancing monkey and the number 9 superimposed behind it. I guess.
Interesting.
Find anything?
Yeah, a grave.
Oh.
It's weird. If people think this is if people are treating this like it's some kind of sore on the land, then why would they bury someone with veneration?
That does sound a little bit weird, but to be fair, from what I can see, looks like when they called them the Butchers, they weren't kidding. Like, everything is soaked with blood. Everything. That doesn't sound like it was less a fight and more like a massacre.
More than one body?
Possibly?
I wonder why I only found one grave.
It might be for multiple lives. I mean,
Suppose
there's a lot of blood.
It's the amount of blood, you could easily tell that it is not. If it was just from one person, that one person would have to have been like hollowed out and filled with blood. Yeah. So.
Hold on. Blood balloon.
Someone want to? Should we dig this up? See if we can get an identification.
What's this? I'm gonna pluck up the little medallion.
I'll start. Is there like a shovel nearby or anything?
Not really.
Okay.
Might be able to
anything
use
that
some...
looks like a makeshift, like maybe a piece of wood or something, like a broken. Just to like dig. Is the dirt still loose?
Go ahead and roll me a. Because you're actively looking for it. Notice or investigation, whatever is higher for you.
All right.
While he's doing that, I just kind of flip the medallion around. Is there like anything on the back of it or anything that would stand out on it?
1 for notice.
Looks like it's made of solid gold, and as far as you can tell.
Or -1.
The embossed monkey and the number 9 is reflected on both sides. Mirrored, but it is on both sides.
Huh.
Find a piece of wood that could be used as a makeshift spade. However, as you pick it up, you prick your finger on what seems to be a blackened throwing dart that is just embedded in this.
Huh. Well, there's nothing about this medallion, beyond the fact that it looks the same on both sides. It looks like gold.
Is there?
Tastes like gold.
Perhaps we could ask around and see if there's a known practitioner of the monkey style in the city.
Good idea.
I'm a practitioner of the monkey style.
Well, I do not believe you were the one who did this. At least I hope not.
Oh,
I kind of smile jokingly.
Man, that would be a crazy night.
Alcohol does mysterious things to people under the certain circumstances.
I'll have to be careful.
Well, I guess as Rage's digging up, and keep looking around.
Okay. This will be the final roll for the skill challenge. All right.
3.
So, through your investigation, despite the amount of blood that's been pointed out to you, the damage that does not seem to be fire created indicates that there was a fierce battle here that was fought between some highly, highly skilled opponents, but not many. There was only a few. Can't quite tell, like, necessarily we're on what side or anything like that. Just that there was a few people, and it was between some very skilled opponents. Furthermore, in a half-melted statue of the Bodhisattva in the center of the school, something catches your eye.
Oh?
One of the hands, there is from the distance that you can see, is almost like a black metal cylinder sitting in one of the hands.
I will, I guess, look at that.
As you approach it, you definitely get a sense of foreboding. You look at it and you see that it's engraved with scenes of demons and monsters fighting this vast army that's led by a great dragon.
And it's like a case?
Yeah, it's like a
Like
black
a-
metal scroll case. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll take this back to the others, I guess.
What you got there?
It's a black metal cylinder.
That sounds so fascinating.
I found it in a melted statue, so it was hidden. So it's probably important.
To who?
The Sifu, I suppose. Perhaps
Maybe it has something to do with the letter.
Right? Yeah. Guess I crack it open.
Sad.
Do you want to open it?
Demons are gonna pop out of that thing, are you?
I mean, is there a role for traps? I don't know.
There is a roll to try to open it.
Okay.
It's a burglary roll to try to open
Oh yeah, no, I don't have that.
I don't either.
We're all upstanding citizens.
it. You will kind of check it, and somehow the scroll case is locked, and you're just like, I don't know how scroll cases could be locked. I don't care to find out.
I mean,
I can take a crack at it. I mean,
sure. I
I'm
mean,
always
we're all
willing to
gonna
try new
be.
things.
Yeah. I don't usually have to burgle. I usually I punch the people who burgle.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird. We're on the opposite end of things. All
There's
right.
still an advantage that has a free invoke if you want to use it on this. I'm going to extend it to this one if you want to.
Dude.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'll try it out. Sure, why not? I'm just gonna do a regular roll because I don't have that skill.
Yep.
No, I'm not even gonna burn it on that.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna use it.
It doesn't open.
Hey! I got nothing.
And it's
Yeah, I
probably
mean-
some sort of puzzle or intricate mechanism to open it, rather than a feat of strength.
Maybe if we got a big rock.
Instead of a feat of strength. But if we have a big rock.
A feat of even
just
greater
saying.
strength. Well, maybe the artifact itself isn't so important. Just that if this is it, that we have it, and that Sensei was able to, or Sensei Sifu was able to keep it hidden.
Maybe.
Maybe, but I mean, we kind of need to know what it is this thing is, and if it's linked to what we want, or if it is what we want, we still don't know what it is. And we kind of do need to know that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know how fate quite works. I mean,
Maybe
like you just keep trying. Like,
Perhaps
I
someone
mean-
at the temple would know.
You could
Possibly.
keep trying, but if you did, it's more. Fate is designed to be more like narrative, so things may happen if you just keep rolling for it.
mm,
Speaking of things happening, Reiji, you are still digging up that grave, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then the grave itself wasn't too terribly deep. Feel the dirt start to give way to something not dirt. You discover the battered, bloody corpse of Master Lacey, and it appears that he's been dead for days, clearly beaten.
mm.
Off around and call the others over.
Hey, what did you find? Oh my god, what is
Yeah.
that?
Our master.
Oh. Man.
What happens to Matt?
Nope. You broke up.
Just sorry. What point did I break up at?
What
Is that the
happens
start?
to?
Okay, so as you you dig up the grave and you discover the battered, bloody corpse of Master Lacey. He's been dead for days, but it's clear that he was beaten and stabbed. There's a small wound on his neck that also happens to match that throwing dart that you had found earlier.
So I'm guessing poisoned first, then fought, eventually gets stabbed, blood loss takes him down, and they finish him off.
And then someone, maybe even them, were the ones who came and buried him. Maybe that medallion is meant as a warning of sorts.
Well, we're not going to know anything from a corpse. Rest his soul.
Should we go to the temple then?
Yeah, let's go to the temple. I mean, we have to figure out what it is that he wanted us to check out.
I'll take the time to put the dirt back over and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'll help.
So no problem getting the dirt put back in place. The dirt does not protest. But
It does right stern better though.
He thinks this dirt doth protest too much.
But before you're able to leave the area, a large man walks up, and he is flanked with. It's very easy to tell that he's flanked with a bunch of mooks, and he just looks at you and.
Good afternoon.
I asked what you were doing here, not good afternoon.
Oh.
Seeing why everyone's so afraid to come here.
He just kind of stares at you. After a moment,
It's like, oh, forgive my rudeness. My name is Reiji of South Sea Market Village. And you are?
how do you not know who Bloody Way is? 12th of the 12 butchers.
Because we're not from around here?
Yeah.
As you say that statement, he just kind of takes a step back and his
You've broken up.
shrivels like very.
He took a step back. That's what the last thing we heard.
Shakes his head. There's no way that he could figure out a quip to come back to that. He clearly is not the intellectual type. However, he does reach to his hip, where dangling are two brass rods, and he just kind of places his hand on top of the rods.
Oh, no need for violence, I assure you.
I'll just start cracking my knuckles.
It's like,
I would never sleep out.
Yeah, I'm like, we do not mean to do you any harm, nor do we wish to offend someone of such great renown as yourself. Perhaps you could educate us and tell us more of the legend that is yourself.
Well, and he kind of looks to his men and just kind of has this smile and nods his head. Like talk about just these general
is where you
these general acts of just kind of they're not anything too necessarily impressive. Talks about an ox with the help of like 3 other men, and a few other like smaller things. Like to him is like impressive, but he's clearly inflating his own ego, and his men are just kind of nodding and helping to do.
So one as great as such as yourself surely works for the esteemed governors of this city, correct?
Governors? No, I'm part of the. There's no governor here.
we own
this town.
You may have missed it, Obs, but he said he's the 12th butcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did say he's the 12th butcher.
All right, well, I'll keep it up. Keep that fine, just to feign like a little bit of not knowing who the butchers are.
So.
And,
Come on, nothing.
So as he's kind of going on, and he kind of stops for a moment, and he looks over towards Shen, and he sees the scroll case. What are you doing with? Hand it over.
No.
It's ours?
Dear. Oh dear.
He just kind of growls, and his men start to kind of fan out around the building.
Well, we tried to talk with you, but if it's a fight you want, I suppose that's what you're going to have, or that is what you will have. And I draw the long sword off my back.
Alrighty, so I think that we are officially into combat.
So this was as we were leaving?
Yes.
So what zone, I guess, were we in?
You can pick a zone, any of them but 6.
2?
I mean, I think we were all together, so.
Yeah. Wherever the grave was, I guess.
Yeah. I think that was 2? Yeah, he said it was in 2, so we'll all be
it
in
was,
2.
Yeah, outside of 2. So then I'm just going to put him there. That's a very
That is
token.
not squared off. Well, yeah.
No, I don't. Oh, wait, why did it? It shouldn't have done that one. There we go. That's the one.
Ah, yeah.
There are going to be more. And let me also actually give you guys your tokens to place however you want. There you go. And you should have control of them.
I do not.
Yeah, I know another.
Weird. Okay.
I got mine now.
Shen,
Now I
I
have
have
mine as
yours. And there you go.
And Fate's weird, though, with zones. Like, I can be over here and then move over to
Yeah.
here, just as
And
easily.
again, because it's a matter of you can strike anybody within your zone automatically.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about, like, that's the melee range is being within your zone. Normally you can move up to 1 zone for free within Fate, but within Tianxia you can move up to 2 zones. If any of you have a really, really high athletics, like a +4, you can move up to 3, but I don't think any of you have a +4 athletics.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, so yeah, you can move 3 zones for free every turn.
Sweet, I got 4 too.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Wait.
The +4 athletics?
Yeah.
We all had it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not me. I've got 0 athletics, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
0
felt
athletics.
appropriate for a monkey bamboo practitioner.
Yep. So you guys can move up to 3, and Shen, you can move up to 2 for free. All right. So initiative is done by notice rolls, and I'm just gonna roll 1 for the. I go at the same time.
I did not know that. Maybe I would have noted it.
My notice rolls have been so bad so far.
Oh. Oh, and we also do chi armor, right?
There, Tets.
That's
Oh, so
died.
he's doing so well. Like, I mean,
I know.
comparatively.
46 minutes.
Doo-doo.
All
All right.
right. Back.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys can go ahead and roll your chi if you want for chi armor, and that'll be against a 2. And if you
Nice.
pass it, you get a
Ugh.
Woo!
free invocation. Reggie does not.
Yes, see with style. My 4 is in chi.
Nice. That makes sense for
So
Ghost.
one could say that you were a cheap
Ah.
character.
You feel proud of yourself with that?
Not really. Not at all.
That-
Ted should get a free invocation against me for that.
Feel good about yourself.
I don't.
To roll his.
That's fine. I'm tough. Don't need no chi armor.
All right, so Wu gets to go first.
I am going to use these kind of moved about pillars, I believe, correct? They're uneven pillars. And for my
Yes.
turn, I think I'm just going to stay right nice and safe in this little area and kind of use them, like kind of study them to see how I can use them when eventually these other guys start attacking me. So I'm going to try to create an advantage with them.
You're going to do some bamboo stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, notice.
Got it.
Create advantage.
Oh, you bamboozler.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh, well.
Create your advantage. All right. So with that, it's Shen.
Alrighty.
Go in there, Shin. I have your back.
I will fight this mook, I guess. I don't actually know how do they work compared, like, are they just one-hit kills or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Fight.
They're Zhanghu ranks 0.
Ah. Oh, then we get a free invoke against them, actually.
Oh, chi armor, yes. Yeah, you get a free.
No, we get to our form. We get a free invoke of our form.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So everyone, just so you know, you get a free invoke against the mooks.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Not against the big guy. You can only use it for the little guy.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Because you're rank 1 and they're rank 0.
Yeah. I fight a 4.
Not a 4 you fight.
Ooh.
Nice.
Is that a...
That was a 1.
What weapon do you
total.
use? Your fist?
Yep, I just punch him. In the face.
Right in the nose.
That's a negative one, right? So, because that's...
Has a bonus to his skills. So
Oh,
he
okay.
got a total of 1. Yeah.
But that's a 3 on me. Well, actually. It's a lot more. So that's a 6 on me. So that's with style, right?
So you're getting boost. Correct?
Yeah, I get boost up. I get to create a +3 boost.
Don't call it.
I don't have a name for boosts.
I think the boosts are just called boosts.
Yeah, you
Just
can come up
intimidating.
with
Well,
a
you-
name.
Yeah. Why do they call it intimidating speed? Because just the speed that you, like, as soon as you kind of showed aggression, and then you just launched into punching this guy into
you're,
nothing.
Wait,
Yeah,
you're
you're roboting. Beep boop.
Okay, can you hear me now?
No,
Nope.
it's still a robot.
little robot. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
I'm good now.
No, it's still a robot.
Robot.
Hold on one moment. I think.
Okay, now you're good. Now
No,
you're good.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
So I was just gonna call the boost intimidating speed because you just like immediately as soon as they showed aggression, you just launched forward and just punched
Alright.
one of them in the face. Just kind of took him
Sounds
out.
good.
And you have 2 free invokes with it, right? Because of your thing.
No, just one. I don't have to lower the shift, but it doesn't matter against mooks.
That's right. That's right. Alrighty, so now the mooks go. So. Again, it doesn't really matter exactly where they are.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of trying to get them there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we're gonna move. That's how I want to do it. But the 2 mooks that are going after roll an athletics check. They passed it, so they did make it, but that was their roll. So then this. Alrighty, so the first one on Shen versus whatever your defend is.
One.
Okay, so he has 2 ahead of you.
Okay, I will use chi armor.
Okay,
So,
so it negates it out, no damage.
all right.
The second one on you is a 2,
3.
and the third one also is 2.
If I use armor, can that boost me into succeeding with style?
No, because
Okay.
the armor is similar to the weapon value, where it only comes into play after
Right.
the hit has landed.
Okay.
It just lowers the shifts.
That's a succeed with style.
That's a succeed with style.
All right, that means I get another chi invocation,
All right.
and I get a 2 armor rating to the next attack that hits me.
Nice. Alrighty, so those are the 3 against you. So then the 3 against first one rolled a 1.
It's me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can either defend with fight or athletics, depending on how you're defending.
Wow. Wow. All bonuses. You can spend a fate to reroll, right?
Yes, you can spend a fate to reroll. You can also spend one to give yourself a +2. There is a boost on the field, however, but Matt would have to let you take it.
I mean, what is succeed with style?
They have to be you have to be 3 above to succeed with style.
Ah, okay. I can remember if it's 2 or 3.
I'll just spin the fate.
Okay.
So click on the card.
Literally can't do worse.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I could roll the same thing though.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
Okay.
Rolling that athletics to dodge.
Boom.
There you go.
All right. I succeed with style. So.
Oh, don't you do damage?
Yeah, he inflict 2 shift hit instead of taking a boost on the attacker.
Ooh.
So he's
With flesh breaks on iron.
Oh, that's really good against mooks.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
he's dead as well.
Yep.
Okay.
How do you imagine your guy just instantly taking them out with on distance?
I feel like.
They literally just like I just shift the sword so that they basically like end up hurting themselves on it, essentially.
So, seeing you just manhandle his men,
Someone's coming for you.
he's charging at you.
As he should.
None of them are gonna swing at me.
They had to
do
spend their
roll.
turn to get to you.
Roll jumping, yeah. Alrighty, a 3 from Bloody Way.
All right, let's see what we get. A 4. So not with style, but I do defend against it.
Alrighty, and so now you're up.
Okay. I'll just stay engaged with him. We'll try to hit him.
Okay.
Okay. Rolling fight. 2.
Tets may be gone again.
He done died again.
Yeah, I think you're might cut out tits.
Alright, am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. Yep, it looks like,
I hit. Alright, iron cleaves through stone. I get to ignore 2 points of his armor. I'm making an attack to inflict physical stress.
Sweet.
So whatever that
Alrighty.
would do.
okay.
And that is my turn. I'll stay in this zone.
That puts us back up to, Way.
I will attack another
Woo.
minion.
Or is Woo.
Oh, wait, sorry.
I'm up. Yay!
Let Woo do his voodoo.
Well, I'm not looking for much trouble from these guys, so I'm gonna punch one in the face.
It worked good for me.
You did.
Though letting them punch you worked really well for Reggie.
Yeah, I guess his strategy's a little bit different.
Just run over here.
Such
Just run over here.
stylish.
Let them run into
That's
you.
actually, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna move right over there, and while I'm running across,
I can defend you if you want. On the next turn.
I'm just gonna assume that he could probably scoop up at least a piece of broken lumber.
I was going to say, can you attack and move? Or after you attack?
Yeah,
or do you
so-
have to move first?
Yeah, you have, essentially, you can do a move whenever, and you can do your roll whenever. It's just you can
Okay.
only do one roll on your turn.
Oh, okay.
Economy?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna swing at this guy, and then I'll run over to that area. That's
Okay.
what I'm gonna do. Whoa!
Nice.
Holy crap!
Holy shit!
He defends
You rolled
in
all
style.
four.
Oh, buddy!
Edge your back. I bet.
Well, seeing that has spectacularly failed, I'm gonna move over here. Ah, that's my turn.
Alright, Jen, you're up.
Punchy, punchy. 2.
You got a 2 as well.
Using
I
the
will.
Vogue.
Yeah, I'll use my boost to make it a 3, which makes it succeed with style.
Okay.
Which I don't remember if my attacks do anything if it succeeds with style. I already forgot how everything works. All right, if I get the boost back.
All right. So yeah, we'll just leave it as that.
Right, sweet. And then yeah, I'm gonna I guess move over here.
Alrighty. So they're all going to enter the same zone. Why not? And so, 5 of them. Okay. So the 2 that were with Shen are both striking back out at him again. So the first one got a 2.
All right.
They're like, we're not gonna let you just run away.
Please?
I have an armor of 2 against the next attack that hits. So
Okay, so it negates on out with
Yep.
shifts of damage. All right, and the other one rolled 3.
2.
Use that boost.
I still have 2 chi armor, so I'll use one of those as well.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yep. And then there's 2 of them are going to be attacking Wu.
No.
Woo!
I can use my athletics to defend, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet. Hey.
All right. And then the other one also rolled a 1.
Hey.
Nice.
Getting very, very weird rolls today.
You're bending like a piece of bamboo, buddy.
All right. And then so many. Buddy is going to once again strike out at Reiji. For a 1.
I feel like I know how this is gonna end.
All minuses.
Oh,
Ooh.
So takes
So
2.
two-
Dies, breaking his hand on Reiji's
Yeah.
own
Yeah,
body.
he like punches me in the face and it just breaks like one of his fingers. I just smirk at him. Like
So that
very,
was
very
a,
like
two
thin, lithe.
stress hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very thin, lithe, dainty looking. Gets punched in the jaw and then his finger just breaks.
Like Dragon Ball Z all over again.
And Reiji just smiles. I told you we could have talked about this.
well, yeah.
All right, you're up, Reiji.
All right. Let's try. You know what? I'll use the full defense action.
Oh,
I get an additional +2 bonus when using full defense to defend myself in combat. Crane hides and reads. If I use it to defend others, and why not? Let's use it on Wu. I get 2 armor rating instead of the +2 bonus. So if he does manage to hit me, I'll get a little soak at least.
Okay.
And then
And what does the
Wu
full
get-
defense action do again?
I looked it up. I can't remember. If you want to keep going, I'll
Okay.
find it and
I've-
tell you.
all right. So that would be Wu's turn, right?
Yes. So, seeing this now, there's tons of burned out rubble around us, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna adamantly ignore it. Take out the golden. Take the golden amulet. Take the golden amulet, and I'm just gonna
Start
chuck
swinging it
at him.
around. Oh,
Yeah.
makeshift nunchuck.
Actually, I'm not gonna swing it around. I'm just gonna toss it to him. Like I was like, here, catch, like that, and I'm gonna hit him while he's going to grab it. So I'll just go for one of the mooks.
Okay.
Would that count for my ladder factory stunt? Hello?
Well,
That's... He's dead again.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Okay.
Back?
Yeah,
Yep.
You know.
Yes, it counts because it's not normally a weapon. So
Awesome. Do it for funniness.
in
Oh,
classic Jan style.
full.
Full defense just gives you +2 bonus to your defense rolls. I'd sacrifice that with Crane, Hans, and Reed just to get 2 armor rating.
Of not in addition.
Do what? Sorry.
It's instead of in addition.
Yep, instead of.
Okay. All right, so you're swinging at him with your.
It's weird because it says when used to defend others, gain 2 armor rating instead. I don't know if there's a. I don't know if he gets the +2 instead or how it works exactly.
That roll went really weird.
Where did you find the rules for full defense?
I saw him on the SRD.
Oh, okay.
Probably gonna want to ignore that roll. I don't know why it gave me a 0 with the values that it gave.
And Tets is out again, it looks like.
Am I?
Now you're good.
Oh, you're back.
All right.
Yeah,
So
that,
That roll doesn't make any sense. Let me try again.
No, it doesn't.
There we go.
Yeah,
Plus
that one looks normal.
Yeah, mine must have +1.
Yeah.
There you go. It's 3.
So
Hey.
he's down.
I smack him and then I grab the amulet.
We're just like spinning it on your fingers or something like that.
Yeah, I was just spinning. Well, I took it out.
Like
and
a
I spun it
yo-yo
around
attack
and I
or something?
tossed it in. No, I was saying like he just spun it around in his fingers and he was like, whoa, 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 catch, and he throws it towards him, and the guy goes to catch it, and he just
This
punches it in
is
the
this is a mix of like Jackie Chan and a Ninja Turtles movie. It sounds like remember the fight from the beginning of the Ninja Turtles 2
Oh,
in
yes!
the toy
I
store. This is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, they were in the toy store because they were not allowed to use their weapons in the second one
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Oh
the
my gosh.
parents complained.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So Shen's up.
All right, I'm gonna attack the big guy.
All right. He defends.
I'm going to use.
Does he look like he's
My-
defending with dodging, or is he like parrying?
He's just like full on brute forcing the blows aside with his brass.
I'm going to use my boost.
Gotcha.
Already.
So that gives me a 6. Well, and then I get it if so that hits right, and then I apply weapon
So you have 2, and then now you add your weapon value.
of 3, so that's 5.
5.
And I
Okay.
ignore 1 point. Well, sorry, I get a weapon value of 1 and ignore an armor point or 1 point of armor if I have higher chi than my opponent.
Okay.
I assume I do.
Yeah. So you have 1 weapon value, so you do a total of 3.
I have 1 weapon value from that, and then I have another thing that gives another 2, so that's 5.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So 5.
I punch
And you
hard.
do- Yep. You punched him right in the face,
Maybe it'll
And
improve
you-
his looks a bit.
and you have a free. You have a free invoke on. Well, you as a general group have a free invoke on punched right in the face
Nice.
because he took that as a mild consequence.
Gotcha.
So then, the looks.
On a quick separate note, is there a place we can see all of the advantages and stuff?
It's should have in the gray spot of the.
Oh. Do you guys see it?
No.
Okay, good.
There.
No, I
Oh
don't
wait,
see
there it is. I wasn't zoomed out far enough.
Should have zones, situation aspects, and boosts. In fact, I'll move them down a little
Okay.
bit. So
Yeah.
Well, I see. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
sorry.
There's no situation.
Like
I
what
was
I did
zoomed
last
in a
time,
lot.
but they were,
I was zoomed in a lot more.
Now
So
that's good too because they show up on the stream. So
cool.
Awesome. Alrighty. So each one of the mooks is going to attack one of you. So the first one against Wu.
No. No, he's not. I politely decline.
Alright.
All right, I'll roll. Are you
Well.
serious?
wow,
Who gets
you and
the
me
thing
both,
on that?
man.
This is repeating from the other day.
Let's see.
I forget.
Ties. He gains a boost.
Yeah. The
who? Except Forest hides the beast, and a tie on a fighter athletics-based defense action grants no boost to my attacker.
Oh right.
Nice.
Alrighty. So yeah, nothing from him. Right.
Aha!
You bendy little man.
I'm
The
completely
one against Shen rolls a 1. He just, at this point in time, he's just trying to do something and clearly failing.
Yeah. No good on me.
And a tentative third strikes out at Reggie, though seeing what he's done to his friends, he kind of throws himself fully into the attack. Gets a 4.
I roll 4. He gets a boost though, but I do have 2 armor rating right now, so
So he has a boost. Alrighty. And then he is going to turn and strike out at Shen for punching him in the face.
three beats 2.
Alright, so yeah, he does 1 stress. Yeah, chi armor invoke, don't you?
Yeah. I still have 1 chi armor, so I will use that.
Alrighty. And then Reggie's up.
All right. Let's swing at the big guy. Two.
Oh right. Completely forgot about our
Nice.
free invoke on the little guys.
Yeah,
We should really use those up before they're gone.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh well.
like taking them out for the most part whenever you strike. I mean,
You could still use
Yeah.
it on defense, couldn't you?
yeah, but you won't do damage to them.
Well, Raging
I
will.
would. I'll remember that for the next one if that happens
That's
again.
true.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah,
Yep,
so
I swing, he parries it fairly easily.
Yep.
Plus invokes what can and then send anything against another opponent, you get an invoke on your style that can be used against anyone. Reggie.
A free one?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'll remember that as well.
Yeah, you get to invoke your form against someone if you like attack them and then you fail to do anything against them.
Okay, yeah, I'm only +2, so probably not gonna hit a 5. But
Alright. What's up?
Alrighty. The other guy in front of me, I'm just gonna, I don't know, probably kick him.
Which one?
Alright.
The mook the other one that was swinging at me with
Oh,
his
okay.
buddy. I'm just gonna grab one of the things off the ground and swing it at him with it. My God.
Oh, yeah.
zero
You know
beats
what?
-1.
You know what? I'm just gonna invoke my form advantage on him just so I can have a crit success.
Do you get any bonuses for succeeding with style?
No, but I will
Ah.
take the boost for it. So
Oh right, yeah.
The free evoke versus the move, just to do
So-
it.
Yeah, I choose to believe that you just like tried to kick a plank of wood at him, and it missed, but it bounced off one of the pillars behind him and just
Yes.
smacked him in the back of the head.
Yes.
Yes, that would be so much perfect. Yeah, I meant to do that.
Yep. I give Lou the nod, acknowledging that was his plan the entire time,
All part of my plan.
all according to Keikaku.
You beat me to it.
Yep.
They call that boost smoke and mirrors.
Yes, smoke and mirrors.
Alrighty. Shen is up.
I'm gonna fight this dude, the mook.
Okay.
Dude. Yeah. So that's
Succeeded with style. Just
I get my +3 boost.
I'm not too creative right now.
It's actually named Plan +3 Boost. Just saw that.
Alrighty, and the last, I don't know why they disappeared from
Oh, yeah.
the order because there's one left.
It must
you
have been
start-
the token you created it on.
Oh, probably. But out at Reiji.
Ho.
0 is your roll.
Yep.
All right.
Trying to build off the momentum he took before, but clearly
Oh.
overextended.
Nice.
And he died.
He was never heard from again.
Stop killing my men! They yell.
Your men appear to be killing themselves against the stone, as they break like waves against the shore.
That's oddly poetic.
Break this! As he swings out at you with one of his brass rods.
All right.
So you got a 2.
All right. For I'll use my free style boost to succeed with style.
Okay.
So
that
he
helps
takes
you.
2.
Well, succeeding with style, he's gonna do from your thing, right?
Yeah, the flesh breaks on iron or whatever.
You have to give up your boost to do that, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
using the style boost, the free one.
Alright. No, I meant you give up with style boost to do the damage, right? Like
Yes, I don't get. There is no boost grade. Instead, he takes 2.
Right. Okay. I couldn't remember.
So he is going to take the moderate consequence of broken rod as he goes to hit it,
Oh.
and you just block it in such a way where the brass just like shears and smacks him in the face as it bounces off your forearm. And it's Reiji's turn.
All right, I'll attack him
Okay.
for 0.
Oh.
Tis 1.
2 is 1.
Yep, eat a flex.
Right.
All right.
You get that invocation.
Oh god, do I get it for free?
Yeah. The
The consequence or whatever he took, or do I have to use a fate point too?
No, when you fail to actually do anything to someone, you get a boot. You get an,
Okay, then I'll
thing
boost
your
to get
form.
+2.
Well, no, it's after you failed and whatnot.
Wait.
I thought I just
what
did
is that?
fail.
Let me find the rule.
Does it have to be higher?
It has to be someone of equal, I think. Jing
Oh, that's what it is.
rating.
When you roll equal, is what it is, or
No, hold up. Let me find it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's under forms. I just gotta find the forms section, I think. I am the right book.
Character gets a free invocation usable with any form they know once per scene if they're facing an opponent with the lower Zhanghu rank.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're super low, so. We're probably even or lower with this guy, I would assume. Unless he's just like a...
Oh, here it is, yeah. If you attack a character successfully using your kung fu techniques, fight skill, or other abilities involving martial arts training and skill and end up inflicting no stress or consequences due to the defender's
that's what it is.
Oh,
Sorry.
yep, so I just missed.
Okay, you have to hit.
And then he takes no damage, then you can do it, basically, right? Okay,
I see.
Yep, so I missed.
Okay. So Shen is up. Or not Shen, Wu.
Alright, so this guy's up. He looks so intimidating. I don't know what I want to do to him. You know what? Let's just go in there and do it the old-fashioned way. A good one, too.
Oop.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna use my boost that I got.
Okay.
Bring that up to a 5 so I can succeed with style.
Okay.
And then I will shift it down one, so you should take 3 stress or 3 shift worth of a hit, and I will take that second boost again.
So you just use the boost to get the boost and
Smoke
do
and
like
mirrors
1
part
point
2.
of damage extra, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Use the boost to get the boost and do 1 extra point of damage. In your face. I'll pick up a
All
rock
right.
and throw it at him.
And Shen.
All right. Alt. 2.
2.
I'll use my +3 boost, and which will give me another +3 boost. And don't I still have a free invocation on the punch in the face consequence?
I think nobody's used that yet.
And Broken Rod as well.
Yep.
I mean, should I dump them all? No, I'll just use the punch in the face one.
Okay. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to his 2, so that's 5.
And then, did you count my weapon skill?
Nope, that's another 3, so that's 8.
Yeah.
Well, that and his severe consequence, because that's all he has, but you take him down all the same.
Oh, so there you go.
So what do you want to do with him?
I don't know.
Well, you punched him in the face again,
Yeah,
theoretically.
just keep punching him in the face until he doesn't get up.
Okay. So, as you're continuing just punching the man as he's on the ground,
This is the North Star stuff.
just laying into him, and suddenly across the square you hear the light and melodic giggling of a small child. As you look up, there is on one of the buildings young girl, dressed all in greens.
Not the one from the inn, is it?
From the inn, a different one.
Okay.
And she's wearing a gold medallion that clearly shows a dog and the number 11 upon it.
Does this guy have a medallion that says 12 on it?
Sorry, did I
The
not
guy-
say that earlier?
I missed it if you
You
did.
might have.
It may have been when I was breaking up.
Right.
He has a golden medallion that has a boar with the number 12 on it.
I'm starting to see...
A pattern?
Yeah.
I'm
I don't
not.
see it. I don't see it.
I was
It's
like,
crazy.
I'm not at all.
You're making
These don't grant the same abilities as the Jackie Chan talismans, do they?
Nah,
That'd be amazing.
sadly not.
Well, you saw what we did, girl. What do you mean to do?
She just kind of sits there and looks over at the grave and the medallion in Wu's hand, and is just like, those don't belong to you.
I was
Before
looking
big
at it.
brothers and sisters come.
And our master's life did not belong to you. It was not yours to take.
Who said I took it? Giggles.
Well, you and your group did, obviously.
I'd go ahead and put that medallion back if I were you. You just stick around and somebody will meet with you soon. He just kind of turns around and hops over the rooftop and back alleyway.
Well, Lou, you didn't want trouble, but trouble has found us indeed.
Oh,
Sorry, it seems
If I
drawn. It seems drawn to me. That's my trouble.
well, my trouble is I'm
trouble
always
is
in the
drawn
wrong
to you.
place at the wrong time, and clearly it's with you. And this battalion and this burnt out building. Oh,
Can always go elsewhere.
I can't. I'm wanted to talk with him. And they know me now because we beat up him. Oh,
Did you just beat him up, or did you beat him into a pulp?
I
I wasn't paying attention.
mean, I beat him into a pulp.
Do you think if I put the
Shit,
medallion
he's
back,
dead.
I'll leave him alone?
He's dead. You don't have to
Right.
keep punching him.
You know what? No, I'm gonna keep the medallion. I'm gonna take the 12.
Let's,
You don't get to
let's
tell me what
collect
to
the whole
do.
set.
Yeah.
Seems to be made out of the same amount of gold as number 9 was, just with less soot and
Yeah.
I kind of want to.
earnedness.
I almost kind of want to keep it now, just to spite
Well,
her.
Why not? I don't see why not. Now, shall we do what we were planning to do before and go to the temple?
Yeah, let's go.
Dibs on the dragon medallion if we find it.
You can have it.
Well, obviously, I get a crane if there is one.
Is that one of the Zodiac?
No, I think the bird is the rooster.
Then I can have the
Zodiac.
rooster.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Alright, to the temple we go.
Alright.
And I begin to prance towards the temple. Like a rooster.
Oh,
No. I'll sheath
no.
Too late, you said it.
Okay. I'll sheath the sword. And we
Right.
start going.
Yeah.
Alright, as you approach, you hear the whispering in the street. People are definitely like shuffling away from you. Shops are closing up, windows are being shut, children are being grabbed inside by their parents real fast. Whatever unease was upon the town, it's a little bit thicker now as you make your way towards the temple.
This feels ominous.
No one stops you or accosts you or anything like that. They're more keen on getting out of your way. Nothing of any note really happens on your way to the temple.
Well,
The door opens and you see before you the courtyard and the regular, what is it called? Where you go to wash your hands and do all the proper
just a water basin or something.
doing all the things you're supposed to do to show reverence to the gods and
Yeah.
whatnot is kind of laid out before you.
I do it. Would you like to wash that blood off your hands, Shin? Before we enter the temple.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah. Would not want to cause offense to the people we mean to help. Unless our enemies are in here.
Right.
Could very well be possible.
Then there will only be more blood.
What have you guys done? I know you guys took the medallions and the scroll, but are you guys
I-
wearing them? Are you just carrying them?
I'll throw them in the bag. I'm not openly carrying them. I mean, at least with the medallion, and Wu
Yeah.
can be wearing the medallion if he wants. I don't care.
I'm gonna kind of tuck it away.
Yeah.
Okay.